What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Newage Firefox EX version, or their version of a toy-style Jetfire. So I did look at the original version of this figure on my channel, and the unboxing of this figure is actually a member exclusive. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, I actually have it on the Transformers ERC Facebook page, as well as my members page. So you could check out that video. It's me gushing about being excited about this figure, but for the purpose of you seeing the difference, here's the original version of Jetfire, and here's the new one. No, he's not taller. I just don't have these flaps down all the way. There we go. And yes, they've basically taken a repainted and given him a new head. You can see the difference there. Basically, it's got this painted in black, and then the face mask is different. Here's the side. You got the red paint here. This is the same. The toes are painted red as well. You have the black stripe here on the backpack instead of the white. You have the black here on the backpack right there. Why is he leaning back? I did notice his feet do get loose over time. At least on this one it has. No other differences here on the back of this one. Coming back to the front here, get the black and red on the shoulders. You got these stripes, the stripe across here, the black here. I think if you turn it, you can have the white if you want it, but who would want that? You want the black. So really, really cool repaint here with this guy. Now, as far as articulation, it is basically the exact same as before. And I'll go over it really quickly just so you can tell. But the head is on a rotating swivel, goes up to there, down to there. Actually, it goes all the way up, so you can have it straight up if you want him kind of flying through the air. Down and rotates around. The shoulders rotate around. All the joints are friction, by the way. This is a Legends class figure. This shoulder pad can move up and down. You have a rotation at the bicep. You have this kind of elbow pad thing that gets out of the way, and it gets you past 90 degrees up to there. You have a wrist rotation. You have a single pin for the fingers, and they're all one. They move together. You have waist rotation here. You have an ab crunch, gets you down to there. I'm afraid of scratching up this paint, but it looks like there's enough clearance, so that's good. The legs can move up to there with the hip skirt, back to there, and just be careful with the paint because there's new paint. Back to there, out to the side, there's a hip skirt in the way. It's all friction, rotation at the thigh. Double jointed knee gets you the full bend. Ankle tilt, and pivot back and forth. Now, as far as accessories, you do get something new here. You get a newly styled gun. So here's the original, done in this gray plastic. This one is done in black, and it's got the red paint here across both sides. Very reminiscent of the G1 gun. That will plug into his hand, and that looks really good. I recently acquired a G1 Jetfire, and I can tell you this looks awesome. They just nailed the look of this guy. They also give you a face, alternate face, which they did not give you with the original release. So it's basically the same face, but with the red metallic eyes. It kind of looks evil almost, but it's very cool. I love that they included this. In order to swap that out, you're going to come to the back here. There is a screw. You have to remove that screw. So they actually gave you a little screwdriver. I guess third-party companies think that nobody has screwdrivers, but all right, now that we have the screw out, you can take the head apart. And here on the front of the head, there's where the mask is sort of like plugged in. So you're just going to push on this black piece here. That'll pop out the existing face. And then you can pop in the new one. Just fit that peg through the same hole. And there's not really a good way to get this off without unscrewing the head that I can find, because the chin just doesn't have enough wiggle room, right? It's kind of like inset on the head. I like the way it looks. I'm just saying you can't take it off without taking out the screw, and that's why they give you the screwdriver. And there it is with that alternate face. I like it. It's fine, but I obviously prefer the G1 toy style face much more, but nice that they gave you that option anyway. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Newage David, their version of Optimus, and he towers over him, but I love the look and the size of these. And there it is with the original Firefox. Really nice. And just for fun, and because we can, there he is next to my custom Fans Toys Phoenix and my G1 style Jetfire over there. And he looks really good next to them. Obviously styled more like the Fans Toys just because of the backpack and the overall sculpt. But represents that G1 toy very well. I like the overall colors and the way they styled it. They really represent it without necessarily looking like that Valkyrie. But there you go. All right, now let's get this guy transformed into his vehicle mode. It is the exact same transformation before, so I'm actually just going to show it in fast forward here. Not going to go through the full transformation since it's identical to the original. So here we go. And there is Firefox EX in his jet mode. Really, really good looking. I love how the details kind of come out in the jet mode. You can actually leave this flip to the black side. I flipped it over because it kind of doesn't fit anymore. So you can have it like this. But that was kind of under this stripe here. So in jet mode, it makes more sense to have it on the white. You do have landing gear down here done in the gray, kind of to replicate that die-cast look that we got on the G1 Jetfire. So that's pretty cool. Got the gray here as well on the sides. You have an opening cockpit here, and the seats inside is a translucent gray instead of the blue that we had before. That looks nice. In the back you got the boosters. All that looks great. I think they did a great job on this jet mode. I do wish the landing gear would lock in a little bit better. They tend to collapse a little bit, and they don't have wheels on them, so you can't really actually roll it. By the way, you have this nose cone is just done in a red plastic that matches this. Rather than paint it because it could get scuffed up as you put it in there, I'm glad that they did it in that red plastic. For a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Newage David trailer and roller. Fits in nicely. Same size obviously as before, but just for comparison. Final recommendations on the Newage Firefox EX version. I'm going to have to give this a 4 out of 5. Not because it's not good, it's literally my favorite Jetfire I've ever seen, at least retail, other than, my customs. But it is a repaint, and it is kind of a niche thing, not for everybody. So unless you're a huge fan of Jetfire, or you just like this color scheme or this repaint, or you're just a big Newage fan, then this is just a recommend for me. It's not a strong recommend. You don't absolutely need it. Me personally, I absolutely needed it because I love Jetfire. So still a good figure. I still have kind of some of the same complaints. A couple of loose joints in the ankles, although it doesn't seem to affect posing. He still poses just fine. And then the landing gear in the vehicle mode, it could stand to be a little bit more firm, meaning like instead of it would collapse down. And it could use some rolling wheels, but that's a very minor complaint. That's really it. Really like this figure. Definitely digging these repaints. I have a couple more to go on this guy. Newage got me here. They got me like hook, line, and sinker. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.